Welcome to Out with Dan, the podcast that spotlights and examines the voices of LGBTQ+ authors, characters, and our allies. Together, we lift our voices and we tell our stories. I'm Dan White. Join me as I chat with this week's author. Hello and welcome back to a very special Saints and Sinners edition of Out with Dan. Today, I'm joined by Rob Osler. Rob is a 2025 Lefty winner for Best Humorous Mystery for Cirque du Soleil, and this is a recent win. Congratulations, Rob.
Thank you. No, it was very lovely to be acknowledged, and the other nominees, I read all their books. I'm a big fan, and they're lovely people. So it was nice to be in their company.
And as I was telling you before we started recording, it's really nice to see how many wonderful, inclusive books there were this year by a lot of LGBTQ+ authors and our allies, and it is so important. So now we're off to our next convention, which is Saints and Sinners in New Orleans. And I believe this is your first time. Is that correct, to Saints and Sinners?
It is. It is my first time to Saints and Sinners. I'm excited to have the focus be on LGBTQ+ books, because I haven't been to a conference that had that particular focus. It's always been mystery thriller. So I'm excited.
Well, I think the one word that the most of my guests for these special episodes has been inclusion. I think that everyone who's been before and those who go for the first time will find how very inclusive this conference is, which is a lovely thing to be able to say.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, and I think especially for authors, when we spend so much time, solitary time, sitting here where I'm sitting now, tapping. And so it's very nurturing, for the soul as well as, professionally to be among other authors. And when you're, among other queer authors, it's even better.
Have you been to New Orleans before?
I have once. I was by myself on the way to a business meeting. And so I carved off, I think like a day and a half, and went on a walking tour, which was very interesting, and went to a jazz club, and that was cool. But yeah, just a very short visit, but I have been once before.
Well, this will be very immersive, so it'll be a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. So has someone given you any recommendations for a haunt to hit up, whether it's a graveyard or a restaurant or a bar or?
Yes and no. No, I mean, the conference actually has a good, I guess it was newsletter, that I'm getting. Their communication has been quite excellent, I have to say. And so they had a number of little, mini adventures to go on, walking tours, clubs, drag shows. They have a number of different entertainment events and just cultural walking tours and see the city kind of things that they've promoted on the website and made ticket getting pretty easy. So I haven't all my plans, but I'm running out of time, aren't
I? Well, no, so that's a great thing about New Orleans. I think that, let's say if you go to New York and you're going to Broadway, you have to be ready with your ticket and be there at a specific time. I think in New Orleans, it lends itself a lot more to dropping in and dropping out. Just if you see something you want to do, you can dart in the door and enjoy a jazz concert or a coffee or a beignet, a full-on meal, Preservation Jazz Hall. I mean, there's a million things to do and a million ways to get in trouble in New Orleans. So, and in all kinds of good trouble. So
sure. There you go.
It'll be a lot of fun. And if you have any kind of interest in graveyards, Lord knows New Orleans has got plenty. Some you have to pay to get in, some are free, but it's a lot of experience in the old days, so to speak.
All right. That's my tip I'm going to take from Dan. Dan equals graveyards.
Yes.
Always the mystery crime thinker.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you come back not full, that you've done something wrong, because there's some of the best eating in the world can be found in New Orleans. It is every particular type of food and cuisine. You can find it in one corner of New Orleans or another. So lots of fun places to go.
Excellent. I'll look forward to that.
Yep. How many of your friends are going?
You.
I am.
John Copenhagen, I saw was going. Margot Dawahi. actually, this is a question. I think it's the Tennessee Williams thing going on
Yes.
simultaneously, right? I think she's going more for that than Saints and Sinners, but I can't speak to that. I just remember seeing her name, but then I was confused. I was looking at the wrong agenda, and it was like, oh wait, I think she's going for that. So she's going, and then honestly, I can't think. A few.
Yeah.
I'll probably run into people and go, oh my gosh, I didn't know you're going to be here.
Absolutely. That happens to me every year. Yes, Tennessee Williams and Saints and Sinners are concurrent. Saints and Sinners is a division of the Tennessee Williams Literary Festival. And so both conferences are held at the exact same time. And they're both in the Montleone, which is very convenient because you can go in or out of one or the other. So it's a lot of fun.
Great. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you in New Orleans this week.
I know. Safe travels. Are you going from California?
Yes, I'll go from LA to New Orleans. Yep. I'm excited about it. So I'll see you in New Orleans.
Okay. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.